Othman, how are you
Yep,
doing today?
I'm fine, thank you, Shashwani. Yeah.
I've been doing well. So, what's on your mind?
To be honest, not much. I don't have any preconceived topic.
Hmm.
To
Okay.
be honest, yeah, not much. I don't really have. Obviously, I'm on my way back to Massachusetts from New York. Had a fruitful, productive day.
Sorry?
I said I'm on my way back to Massachusetts from New York. I had
Okay.
a I had a fruitful and productive day, but
I
otherwise,
did
that's
not
it.
catch the last part. I'm really sorry about that. You had some. What was the engagement that you had in New York?
Just it was a meet. It was a meeting I had.
Okay.
Yeah, with a potential partner.
Okay. How did it go?
It went well. It went very well. It was
Glad to
quite
hear that.
inspiring, quite encouraging. He's young. He's a young fellow. He's just about 30, but he's
Right.
already a manager, handling like several important accounts with you know uh,
Mhm.
several outlets and employees under him. And so yeah, it was good, inspiring.
Okay. Seems like this is something on your mind and you would like to discuss. Would I be correct on that count?
Okay, I guess I'll take a cue from the last session that you had with Marcel
Okay.
when he spoke about wanting to be creative and retaining that creativity.
Okay.
So I think yeah, I would like to delve into that with you. That's all right.
So your main goal, and let's say this is a short-term goal, is to bring out your creative self or be more creative. Uh,
Yeah, that will be the. I'm sorry. That will be the overall goal. That will be the long term. So
that
me
would be
to
the long term. Okay.
short term
Uh,
will be to break it down into something
right.
a little more.
Right. And how will this creativity manifest itself through you?
Um, I guess it would be the quality of definitely the work.
Quality of your
The
work.
Yeah, the quality of whatever creative process that I'm engaged in or wish to be engaged in. That creativity would show in the output of the
Right.
final work. Yeah, and
Right.
also maybe that's interaction also. I really don't know. It's not really a tangible thing. So
Yeah,
that's
it is quite
always.
difficult to phrase. I would agree with that. But let's dig deep. Let's try and understand what creativity means to you. Are you
Mhm.
agree with that? What does there must be some idea of creativity or some examples that you can draw from.
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess creativity is going about things in a way that is inspiring to you as a to you individually, to you personally, and then to others as well. That
Right.
are part of that. Yeah, and then there's also an extension of it that's doing things uh, in a new way, exciting way, unconventional, outside of the norm, or just an excellent combination of uh, patterns, whether established or otherwise, in a way that adds value, if that makes sense.
Um, I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part. It's the audio is breaking in between. Can you just
Yeah, I apologize.
maybe break it down into points?
Okay. Well, I'm saying, like, to me personally, right? What
To you
creates,
personally, yeah.
yeah, what creativity means to me
Yes.
is doing things in a way that, um, in a way that adds value, right?
Okay. Right.
And is also inspiring.
And is also inspiring.
Yeah, to
Okay.
me, like while I'm in the process of whatever it is, I'm engaged in it. I'm inspired by it, whether or
Right.
not it's a new, innovative way then, or just the normal way of doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have established your goal in a way.
hmm
What's the current situation right now? Where do you stand?
Um, I would say like half and half.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say half and half. I won't say I'm not all the way uninspired.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I won't say I'm all the way inspired as
So that's quite vague. Can you elaborate on that? When you say half and half, what do you
well.
exactly mean?
I mean, like I'm in the, maybe I'm sort of in like a middle point. You know,
Okay.
it's not
Okay.
like, yeah, it's not like I'm uninspired, but then at the same time, I won't say I'm inspired all the way, like full thought.
Okay. So you're not fully invested in being creative, is what you're trying to say. And
Yeah,
you're in the middle and you want to be on the top.
thank you.
Okay. That's a really nice goal that you have. Uh,
hmm
so let's explore the ways that we can help you reach there. Yes. What What, in your opinion, what would be the next few steps that you could take to ensure that you can reach this reality of you being completely invested in
Yeah.
being creative?
Well, I think obviously creativity doesn't exist in a vacuum, right?
Right?
And I don't think it's something that you can necessarily sustain in isolation. You know, you
Okay.
can be creative all by yourself, but then you definitely need the input and feedback of
Right?
other creators, right? So it'll definitely have to involve something. It'll definitely have to involve like human interaction, building
Okay.
building a rapport, building a team.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why like the meetings that I just had in New York. That's why I was like, I'm happy with the outcome because that's like a bridge that leads to the type of,
Right.
yeah, partnership
Okay.
and
So one part of it is partnerships or collaboration, working with people and getting
collaboration.
their feedback. Any other
Uh-huh.
option that we can explore that will help you reach where you want to be?
Yeah, I think like a personal project. I already have like my personal projects that I do outside of the program, right?
Sorry, didn't catch the last part.
Yeah, personal projects.
Personal project. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we spoke about this personal project. Can we speak a little more on this subject?
yeah. So that's I think we spoke about it the last time. It's just post post the masters, right? Like after
Right,
the MBA and the MIM,
right,
we're just wrapping that up, right?
right.
So at the end of the journey, what's the combined? How do I say this? What's the combined output? Like the whole objective is to gain skills, right? It's skill acquisition.
Right.
So after the 2 year process and these two global degrees, what's the final outcome? You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
So,
what like. What have I taken the years of work experience, right?
mhm, mhm.
And then this 2 year journey of skill acquisition,
Okay.
global, right? Global, global degree in a global setting, three global cities, right? So what
Right.
has it added to the skills that I had before I started the journey? What I was doing before, now what I've taken and learned. what's the blueprint? That's it's like my own personal roadmap. You see what I'm saying? If I was doing business plans this way before, now what will my business plans look like? What will my strategy look like?
Okay.
Yeah.
So to summarize, you want to take stock of everything you have done so far. Maybe document it in a way that's sort of highlights your
Yeah.
creative experience or creative high points along the journey,
Yeah.
and that's something you can use as a reference. I may be adding my own opinion, but this is what I understood from what you said just right now. Is that a fair assessment of your personal project?
Yeah. And then turn it into something
Turn,
tangible, like a project. You see what I'm saying?
turn it
Like
into something tangible,
yeah,
like
mhm.
like a report or presentation based on your experiences that you can maybe share with others. That's something, it'll obviously
Yeah,
be useful to you, and you can
yeah,
share this with someone else as well.
yeah.
That's really commendable.
Exactly.
So is there anything stopping you from doing this? Is there anything that's holding you back, or
Doing the training. Not really, because like we've been dealing with school and classes, right? We're
Mhm,
just about to wrap up. Like Friday
mhm.
is the last one for me. So, but then naturally, like after coming to the end of like such a journey, right? It's gonna be hard to still keep going and still be in that work of grind. You're gonna want to struggle. So probably that will be the only challenge, I guess.
Mhm.
Obstacles to still
Okay.
keep going. Yeah, but that might not be a problem because if my partnerships work out here, I'll be on the grind like ASAP. I'll have less than a week. So
Right.
yeah,
So I guess we have a goal, we have a current understanding of where you are and where you want to be, and we also have explored the options. And as far as the challenges are concerned, while we do not foresee anything right now, if anything does come up in the future, I'm here to help out. So is Marcel. So yeah, so really insightful speaking with you, Othman, as always. And I hope that we had a discussion that was revealing. And yeah, is there something else that you would like to talk about, or is there anything else that I can help you with?
no, not really.
Okay.
I guess yeah, the conversation is productive. It's giving me insight.
Okay.
Yeah, hear myself think out loud. So
Right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Me too. Thank you for
All right.
listening in.
Okay, so Shahzad, very good job overall. I liked it. You did a good job with the connecting part. And
Right.
only in the beginning, always said, okay, what's on your mind? How did it go? Etc. But also at different points throughout the conversation. At some point, you said, okay, that's quite difficult. I agree on that. So you did several points throughout the conversation, build rapport and build understanding, which I think made Othman felt understood and more valued in that conversation. So that was something good, and that's something you definitely have the ability to do furthermore.
Mm-hmm.
What was missing up front was the contracting.
Okay.
So that's something I would suggest that you, I don't know, write maybe on your paper or something. Is there
Right.
anything that helps you to not forget about that? It's
Yes.
an easy step the moment you remember it. So just a few sentences up front would help here to clarify, okay, this is what it's about, this is what we want to do, this is the time we have for that. All right?
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
You're welcome. Again, as I said, the connecting part was quite well, as usual. And then you jumped into the goal. What is something you want to talk about today? A valid point where Othman was talking about the creativity part then, and yeah, then you jumped into the reality part at some point where you said, okay, what means creativity to you? Give me examples. That's a very good way of establishing how it is happening right now on Othman's part, and what are examples where you can draw from. And overall, you did the grow model very structured. So this is where you stepped into reality, and you were even supported by Othman saying that's a good question. That's always a good sign, as we know. That supports. Okay, this was the right part to go further in. And you summarized a few times. You said here now that okay, we established your goal in a way. What's your current situation? Another question for the reality. So that's all right. Good establishment of that. And okay, you did a few times of good clarification where you said, okay, you're not fully invested, where you agreed on. And then he said, okay, let's get right to it, which is kind of a good way of motivational telling that we can do that together. You have out there to establish that. Then you jumped. Then the next one was the option part. Again, you see the well-established grow model here, where you said, okay, what would be the reality if we would be fully invested, and what can you do to do that? Then you summarized one of his options, which would be the partnership and collaboration. So here was a very good. At that point, you started a good summarization part. I would have valued that early on already, like summarization of the goal after finishing the G phase of the grow model would have both of you to really state an X by Y.
Right.
Now that did not happen as I can recall it that good. So that would definitely help you in the next session to just for yourself and for the coachee to be clear what is happening by which time.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool.
But again, the reality part was good. The option part was very good. Nice summarizations here. Also, again, you basically started by saying, okay, to summarize, you want to document what you achieved so far, which is good to step up that again. You had a few clarification questions. There were questions, but because of the clarification, all valid. Is that a fair assessment? Just to give him, give yourself also the assurance that you are both on the same track. I thought that was a very nice way to do that. And then you slipped out one suggestion. So at the end, when it came to the W part, okay, what are we doing right now? He said, okay, he wanted to have something tangible. And then you suggested making a presentation that you could share with anyone. I think instead of the suggestion, a question at that place could have been a better value, where he's asked him, okay, what would be things that you could think of that make it tangible? What would work for you? Something like that. We usually tend to suggest things when we have something in our mind. We really have to restrict ourselves from that. But that was the only suggestion I could see. So that was quite good, actually, overall in the sum. And then you wrapped it up nicely. But you didn't really summarize. You said, okay, I guess we have a goal, we have the reality and the options. And for the challenges, if there are any, we are here to help and can be the accountable part, which is nice, a good way to be accountable. But I think that what you didn't do is actually summarizing it. So I believe that at that point, it is very valuable to again summarize. Okay, this is the goal we established. This is the reality. You don't even have to go too far into reality. and options anymore. But maybe I believe a good way to end up the conversation is, okay, this is the goal you want to have, and this is how you do it now. So the G and the W, to summarize actually the content and not only the fact that you have established it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect.
All right.
It's superficial in there. I should have summarized in a better manner. I agree.
Okay, but again, overall, very good, especially because you were very structured with the grow model, especially because you had nice summarizations in the option part, and yeah, you figured out a good W.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate the feedback, Marcel.
You're very welcome. All right. We did that.